Well, Mr. Durrant, that was a back from the dead that Lazarus would have been proud of.
Yeah. I've talked in every interview that I'm quite embarrassed. I mean, I was genuinely thinking during 7-3, 7-4 that I'm just going to pick up my bag and go straight to bed and get 10, 12 hours sleep. And, to be sat with RTL and to be sat with Phil and Dan Dawson, it's a bit of a shock, really, because the better player now was probably laid in bed, absolutely fuming. But what a point there is. What a point that could be.
Mm-hmm. And whatever happens, you maintain a healthy lead at the top. Again, grinding out an ugly win like that is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't feel ugly tonight. I felt really. I enjoyed the stage. I felt practice had gone good. I didn't practice with anyone tonight, and I always do the 1-2, 1-1-2 game. And Jermaine Watamina's been practicing with me. He's not here now, and my doubles didn't go in. So I guess my assessment of that is I probably need to practice with someone before I go on that stage.
I must ask you, Glenn, has it been a difficult 24 hours for you? I mean, it's been obviously the stuff with Gerwyn. Has that distracted you at all?
No, I'll put on record that I'm a huge fan of Gerwyn Price. I have been for 18 months. I enjoy the heat of the battle with him. We shook hands today. There was a very hurtful message from a guy who is a friend of his on social media, which he liked. That's the only bit. I could take the elephant. I could take the old man. I could take the boring. I can take that because I can do banter with the rest of the guys. What hurts is when they bring the issues up with the Bell's palsy. That is my Achilles heel, and me and you, you got the scoop of that one where I've never spoke about it. I told you it was my hidden. What was the word? My hidden. I can't think what the word is all of a sudden. Yeah, angst, and we talked about it. And when someone said that and he liked it, that's the only bit that hurt. He said he had no idea about the Bell's palsy, and he just liked a response. We shook hands. It's done and dusted. I'm in the Premier League, and he ain't bothered about the hubbaloo with today and whatever. We've shook hands. Me and Gerwyn Price are friends.
That's great, thank you. And just finally, Glenn, do you feel I've spoken to Nathan about this tonight? This long stretch of being in this bubble, being in a hotel, the intensity of it all. Do you think that's getting to a lot of players? You're an experienced guy. You can probably deal with it, but for the younger guys, it must be very hard.
Yeah, the boring category comes quite good because I don't mind 5 to 6 days. But if the PDC allow me to, I am going home. And Jay will tell you that's a 2-hour 45 drive, and I think it's the best 2-hour 45 drive I can do. I just want a Parmo on Monday night, and I think it's going to be huge to do that. And then I can come back on Tuesday night. I've got a night planned out with Mark, the manager, and Gary Anderson on Tuesday night, and then I'll become firing on Wednesday. So people might think it's crazy to go home for 40 hours. I think it's a dream decision.
Anything to get back on the A19 and A66, eh?
Yeah, the M1 is a place I want to be, but it's subject to the PDC allowing me to do that because we're in a bubble here. The PDC are fantastic about health and safety and the welfare of the players. But if they allow me to do that, then I'll be snapping their hands off to get away from here.
Great stuff. Listen, thanks for your time, Glenn. Much appreciated.
Great job, Phil.
Thank you.
Glenn, well played, a hard-fought point tonight. Just wondering how the energy levels are after day 5, and did fatigue play a bit of a factor up there tonight?
I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm strong. I felt great on the stage. Fatigue wasn't good. I just didn't hit doubles today, and Gary was much the better player in the mid of that game, and I've dodged the Vincent van der Voort bullet tonight, like I did in the match play, and that point could be huge.
Yeah, it keeps you 4 points clear as it stands. Are you confident over the next week you can really press that home? And obviously you said you wanted to finish in the top 4, but finishing top has to be the priority now in the position you're in.
If I get a win tonight, tomorrow night against Darrell Gurney, then we'll sit here, the 4 of us, and we'll talk about that. My target will be to win the league. But once again, if you give me 4th place tonight, I'll take it.
And obviously, just looking ahead to tomorrow against Darryl, he proved tonight that he's still in there fighting, didn't he? Defied a 9-darter from Peter.
He's class. Darryl Gurney is class. People say you've got Michael Van Gerwen, you've got all of them 8 players who were, 7 players, 8 players who were left in that competition are amazing dart players. There's not one easy game, and Darryl Gurney will be a huge game for me. But I know what the rewards are if I beat him.
And just you mentioned about the last 24 hours. Do you think because you are top of the league and that's where everyone wants to be, that's ruffled a few feathers in the heat at the moment? Do you think? Yeah.
I think I've ruffled a few feathers. I think they had respect for me before. I know I'm tough to beat. That's what I'm going to go away with from the Premier League. I'm beginning to realise that I'm very tough to beat. I'm sure if they draw me, in a Pro Tour, Euro Tour, they'll probably feel like I do when I play someone like a Dennis Priestley or a Justin Pipe. You just know you're going to be in for a slog. And I think that's what I'm going to take away this week, that one of my strengths is something that I wish I wasn't. I wish I was free-flowing. I wish I was Michael Smith, Nathan Aspinall, but I've got to look at what my strengths are, and my mental toughness and my match play is what I'm all about.